for the West All-Stars. Russell Westbrook out there with Carter. And at center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. And it's Durant, and it's Griffin in at the 4 slot.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers him. You try to be physical with him. You know, that's probably your best bet. But that's easier said than done because he can get around you with that speed and quickness. But really what he's looking to do is create space and shoot over the top.
And you've just highlighted a lot of what he has from a skills standpoint. But it's his demeanor, that unflappable nature, that always in attack mode. He's got the quick release. He's got the size to...
What a huge play. He's giving the fans a show right now, Clark, letting him loose on the rim that time.
Yeah, you can't overlook the fact there's not too much resistance, and I think that extra freedom lets some of the guys really push the limit on the dunk meter.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And in last year's All-Star game, another close one, but another win for the West.
Griffin kicks to Westbrook. Back to Griffin. The dish now to Carter. The kick out to Westbrook. Over Rose. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Rose. And last year's game didn't start out close. The West set an all-star record, scoring 88 points in the first half. Wow.
And the East, for the second year in a row, mounted a massive comeback, this time cutting it from a 21-point deficit. That never gets old. I love seeing that type of athletic play.
Yeah, I agree with you. And if any of you viewers at home missed the dunk contest last night, just soak up a few of these slams like that.
How about Dwayne Wade, a starter in the All-Star game for the 8th straight year, and this is his 9th All-Star appearance in all, dating back to his 2nd season in the league.
You know, guys, going back to last year's All-Star game, Wade put up a double-double with 10 rebounds and 24 points and made over 70% of his shots. And he's always good for a few highlight reel plays, too. Just a special talent, really in the prime of his career right now.
Unloads from 13. And Vince Carter again. Carter's got 5 now.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
LeBron drives in, and that one's good.
Well, as you'd expect, not much defense being played.
Yeah, that's one for the fans. I mean, the fans want scoring. That's what they're going to get tonight.
You know, it's always such a big to-do, a major event, a big-time happening every time the All-Star Game comes to town. Cities vie to host a big show, and it's a big boon to the local economy.
Yeah, restaurants, hotels, nightlife. It's one big celebration, and there's always that buzz in the air every time the All-Stars gather to play.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The West All-Stars on D. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Lionel Howell. And Doris, what'd you find out?
I asked him about how he was going to get the All-Stars comfortable playing with each other, and he said, we're just going to keep our sets very simple and let them go out and make plays. I took one look at the roster and knew all I had to do was get out of the way, and we'd have success. Should be fun to watch, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. No good from Durant. And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, you know, they've just got to focus on playing the game. And sometimes you get caught up in the atmosphere and the moment. But for these players, it's all about just focusing on the game and trying to enjoy themselves.
And the East All-Stars making a change.
Boy, that was great. Just a fantastic dunk. Beautiful.
The crowd in the building loves it. The fans at home love it. I'd call that a juicy dunk right there. Classic.
LeBron drives.
And Clark, I think that one was for the fans that didn't get to see the dunk contest last night.
Letting loose a bit and making some all-star highlight reel clips, for sure. And Dwayne Wade in last year's All-Star game became the third player aside from Jordan and LeBron to post a triple-double in the All-Star game with 24 points, 10 boards, and 10 assists.
Here's Wade, and an emphatic dunk.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
LeBron James again. LeBron's now got 8. And LeBron's triple-double in the All-Star game came only the year prior in Los Angeles. So between Wade and LeBron, some big All-Star performances.
Yeah, no question. LeBron had 36 points last year, really rallied the East back. But remember, his crucial turnover down the stretch cost the Eastern team and really fueled the fire for all of his critics who felt like he should have shot the ball instead of passed.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. Love comes in for Blake Griffin. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Dragic in for Russell Westbrook. And the shot is good. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
Very lax defense. Both teams are just getting a sweat going. They haven't really got into the defense yet.
Well, Steve, you watched these games before. That's not a big surprise. Saving some of that energy for the offensive fireworks is what they're doing.
Well, what I love about Kevin Love, no pun intended, is the fact that he's so strong and still so skilled at the same time. He's done a lot of conditioning over the years to slim down his body, worked so hard on that three-point shot, and now he can score inside and out. One of the best rebounders in the game. The guy's incredible.
Yeah, he really is. Not to mention push defenders aside to squeeze those offensive rebounds. No question, if your front line is soft, Kevin Love will expose you. Well, last year's All-Star game was really a mixed bag for Kobe. A hard foul from Dwayne Wade broke his nose and gave him a concussion. Not the type of thing you're used to seeing in an exhibition game.
Kobe attacking over Smith. Kobe with the bucket. Kobe's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Williams gets the bucket. And on the good side for Kobe in last year's All-Star game, he set a record for career All-Star game points, Steve. Very impressive.
Yeah, that's right. Moving past Oscar Robertson, the Big O, and finally Michael Jordan for the all-time record as Kobe finished that game by scoring 27 points.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Kobe. And then for the East, Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Lopez. Wade comes in for Monte Ellis. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Deron Williams.
Well, it's been back and forth. Really good battle here.
Yeah, real strong battle, guys. And it looks like it may come down to which team has the ball last as far as who wins.
Just a fun event to see so much talent here assembled in one place.
Well, it's really one of the reasons this weekend is such a fun time for the fans and really all of the NBA players involved as well. You know, one of the things about the All-Star break is that it can provide some much-needed rest for NBA players and coaches and trainers as well, a chance to regenerate and heal up a little bit. Even for those players in the big game, that week off can still be pretty big.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the East. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. Throws it up high. The shot misses.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
Dragic dishes to Durant. Howard kicks to Iguodala. Second shot opportunity. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back hit.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over the back call there.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. A great event unfolding. One quarter of basketball already played. And welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove. not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format. And Houston, known as Clutch City by Hoops fans, 2 championships to their credit.
Durant with 3, gets the bucket. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Yeah, 94-95, Steve, with the all-time great center, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, and in 95 with Clyde Drexler, both of them, of course, graduates of the University of Houston. How perfect that they should combine to bring the city an NBA title.
And we're seeing right here the defense is definitely optional.
Yeah, and we're seeing which option the players are taking.
So for the West, Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Cousins. Kobe comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Goran Dragic. A big group substitution here for the East. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Danny Granger. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Darren Williams.
You know, the All-Star break, really a bit of a pit stop of sorts for NBA teams. Some teams lose momentum, others take on new life and get regenerated when the season resumes. It's always interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
Kobe against Wade. Kobe goes in off the drop step, and he cruises to the hoop for the layup.
And when you play against him, guys, you know that it's going to be very tough to deny him if he gets in close. So you've got to body him. You can't let him get positioned down by the hoop. Otherwise, he'll just torture you down there.
And he's also quite adept at breaking down the defender one-on-one, guys. I like that about his game.
And last season, we saw teams like San Antonio and Boston really turn it on in the latter half of the season.
Yeah, and of course, with the condensed schedule, it made more sense than ever to save up a little energy for the stretch run and dial it up as the playoffs approach.
Rose has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. He feeds it to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Lin.
And how about the season he's had to this point? He's been so solid, just having a terrific year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, pretty much from game 1 of the season, he's been playing some of his best basketball ever. And this All-Star game in Houston, perhaps underscoring the hometown Rockets' search for a star-caliber player to lead their team.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the West. Dragic comes in for Jeremy Lin. And a switch here also for the East. James is checked in.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Here's Anthony, and that one's good. Anthony's got 8 here in the quarter. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Yeah, you know, injuries robbed them of their superstar players. They've taken the hard route to improving, seeking to find undervalued players in free agency, trades, or Steve, with their later picks in the draft.
Yeah, and so often the fastest way to get good in the NBA is to get bad first, and I mean really bad. But they haven't done that. I mean, they've scrapped, they've been competitive. You've got to give them credit.
They push it up 4 on 3. Wade fires. Here's LeBron. A strong effort on the rebound, nets the second chance points. LeBron's now got 12 points in the game. Here's Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Kevin Love's checked in for Howard. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Carter in for Eric Gordon. And then for the East All-Stars, Brook Lopez is checked in for Noah. Rondo comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Holiday in for Derrick Rose. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Every All-Star game you can count on. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, it sure does, Clark. And look at the assist totals. They're piling up. I mean, this has been a nice game execution-wise for this club.
Catching up on changes for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Griffin. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Vince Carter.
I like it. He could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of a nice, smooth finger roll. I like it.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Great defense that time from Ellis.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Granger. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. The East All-Stars have shot just one free throw earlier. 1-for-1 in the game. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in.
Another trip to the line, and he's right on the mark. He's not a guy you want to get in the habit of putting on the strike.
Gets it to go. Dragic has got his second bucket of the night.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. Kobe's checked in for the West. Josh Smith, he's checked in for the East.
Well, they're doing a nice job of drawing fouls here in the quarter and getting to the free throw line.
You know, the clock might not keep moving, but constantly getting points from the foul line, that's a great way to maintain your lead. They keep pounding them on the glass here in this one. Just a tremendous job rebounding the ball.
No, that's half the battle. I mean, you go after it every single time. It's a mindset. Never assume the shot's going in. You've got to always assume the shot's going to come off the rim, and it's going to be yours.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Ben's checked in. The East also changing it up. Wade comes in for Monte Ellis. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Darren Williams. The East All-Stars shooting their sixth and seventh free throws in the game. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And a switch here also for the East. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. Here's Kobe. Great touch on the 16-footer. Kobe's got 4 this quarter.
He exposed a flaw in the defense. No way they're supposed to be giving him that shot.
Wade kicks to Rose. Gets it to go.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
Now here's Lynn. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And Kobe, here we go. Easy shot. Shot's good.
Seems to be getting better as this game goes on.
And here's Rose. 8-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Granger. Launches it. They get it back. Wade passes to Smith. Rose. Dishes it to Noah. Wade. Over Bryant. Here's Noah. And finally they hit one.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
And so we conclude the first half. East All-Stars ahead.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And on one of the great nights of the NBA season, welcome to the All-Star Game and the halftime report.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And a great first half of basketball it was.
Now, it's been a lot of fun, and we'll see if they can take it up a notch here in the second half.
Wade dishes to Carmelo. That's good. Anthony's got the first basket of the second half here for the East All-Stars. And it's Carter penetrating. Cannot hit.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Westbrook kicks to Howard. Vince Carter on the wing. And he throws it down with one hand.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move. Dwight Howard was the leading vote getter for the All-Star Game last season with over 1.6 million of them. And, of course, he was playing in his hometown of Orlando. That was very awkward because that came at the time that he was asking for a trade. And this is the league's showcase event. Very strange weekend for Dwight Howard and the city of Orlando.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a 14-point game. Durant, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Durant's got 4 points this quarter. And, of course, this year's All-Star game is here in Houston, Texas. A little more breathing room for Dwight Howard.
And you just hope it all works out for the best. One of the tougher parts of the game for fans and everybody. But this is All-Star Weekend, always one of the best parts of the game.
Anthony, he's guarded by Howard. Rejected by Howard. And they'll keep possession.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Outside for Griffin. Over Anthony. And Griffin scores. The assist by Carter. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
Griffin against LeBron. It's Anthony with the drive. Can't hit. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
But the margin of error is history.
Well, yeah, there's not much margin at all, Clark. They can't afford to waste any more possessions.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
And they have a huge advantage on the boards.
Well, it's been one-sided so far, both on the rebounding side and the scoreboard.
Rose, good.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Carter with the three. Rebound by Anthony. Here's Durant. High post Howard. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break.
And it's just been a parade to the rim. I mean, dunk after dunk, throw down after throw down.
The crowd's loving it. This is exactly what they came to see.
The feed now to Carter. Poke loose. Rose against Westbrook. Rose kicks to LeBron. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
So the West ends up going with the new group. And then for the East All-Stars, Brook Lopez is checked in for Noah. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Bryant with the rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
No good from Cousins. And here is LeBron. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his second foul of the game. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the East. Wade comes in for Deron Williams. Fades. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists here tonight.
Boy, they keep going inside offensively, and guys, they've been very aggressive here.
Yeah, huge advantage in points in the paint, and I think the defense has to make an adjustment to protect the middle. And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the West. And then for the East All-Stars, Danny Granger, he's checked in for LeBron. Ellis comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Holiday in for Derrick Rose. Ellis outside. Over Love. Ellis, that's good. Ellis has got 6.
Tell you what, I like the mid-range game I'm seeing from these guys. I mean, they're making a living at it.
Yeah, a little bit of a lost art these days in the NBA, but we're seeing some really efficient offense in that area from these guys.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And then for the East, LeBron comes in for Danny Granger. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Pass to Carmelo. Over Durant. No good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Boy, such a great touch, and with his size, I mean, he can go anywhere he wants offensively.
Ellis with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Anthony up on top. Over Love. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Well, you know what? You really expect him to knock that jumper down when he gets a good look like that.
Iguodala no good.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot. You know, if he's got the ball in his hands and the basket in his sight, he's going straight to the rack.
And the jam with Iguodala.
That's one of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out in the high flyers, some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for the East All-Stars, Josh Smith, he's checked in for Anthony. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here's Howard. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. At one point, they led by 16. Goes for the alley-oop. And finished off by Noah.
Well, that certainly sent a ripple through the crowd.
And alley-oop always does that. One of the most beautiful plays you'll see in all of basketball. It's impossible not to be impressed.
Yep, very exciting play to see that.
Especially when it ends with that big slam like that one.
Stolen by Durant. And they're running. Dragic with it. Back to Love. Off target with his three. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's send it out to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. And it's the East All-Stars with the Uncontainable Game Award for the offensive stretch they put together. The baskets seemed to double in width for them at the start of the second quarter, and they made the most of it. You have to think they'll close things out here as we head to the final quarter.
Doris, thank you. And what a concerted effort they put together tonight.
And, you know, that was really the uncontainable aspect in this game, Kevin. They got on the same page as a team and pretty much did what they wanted for the entire stretch.
Well, clearly it's a different game without that scoring run. That was a game-changing run, no doubt. Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
Williams kicks to Wade. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his third assist on the night. Here's Iguodala. Offline with his three.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. He's got 13 points and 6 assists.
Well, his scoring jumps out at you, but don't forget about his defensive work. He's been terrific there as well.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, he's been superb in both departments.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Cousins. Griffin comes in for Kevin Love. And Kevin Durant has subbed in for Andre Iguodala.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Wade outside. Wade gets a screen from Anthony. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. Kobe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Dragic from outside. That one goes. Count it. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Rose with the ball. Wade kicks to LeBron. Here's Noah. Howard with the block. That free throw good from Noah. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside. 9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
When he goes hard to the rim like that, the defenders should just save their energy and let him go.
Well, he was nearly able to get there, just a step slow.
I think he was lucky he didn't get all the way there. I mean, he may have gotten run over.
So for the West, Carter comes in for Blake Griffin. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Fires from 14. A shot by LeBron. No good.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
No good from Howard. Here are the East All-Stars. At one point, they led by 16. Gets it to go. 16 points for LeBron.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball. I mean, everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Outside Anthony. Over Carter. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it.
I think the best quality for Noah is the energy that he brings to the game, Kevin. He's got long arms. He can rebound. He can handle the ball. He can make plays. But really, it's just the impact he has with his effort and his energy that's most impressive.
But he's so unselfish. I love that about him, and he's a real demon on the backboards. An outstanding offensive rebounder. He's a good passer, too. If he sees an open teammate, he won't hesitate to move the rock. And he's accurate with his passes, too.
Nicely done. They've really attacked effectively in transition.
There's no doubt about it, Steve. Their quickness has given them an advantage. I mean, I've liked the way they've pushed the ball all game.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
And here's Carter. Here's Kobe. And he drops it in from the low post. Kobe's got 8 here in the quarter.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Poked away. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And then Carter with the jam.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates. What a great possession, guys. Got a really good look there.
Howard, the pass to Kobe. Over Wade, and Kobe the bucket with the assist by Howard. And that's now 18 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's putting the team on his back, trying to keep his team in this thing, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Rose kicks to LeBron. Goes up on the high post. The offensive rebound. Shot is blocked.
Well, I guess they can get them when they need them. That's a good job of getting to the miss.
And here's Kobe for 3. That is good. And now it's only a 5-point East All-Star lead. And here are the East All-Stars. Outside Rose. Noah's shot is off.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Here's Durant. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Now it's just a 3-point East All-Star lead. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. You know, Clark, they've been out-rebounded by a big margin here.
Yeah, but still it's a close game, Kevin. It all comes down to maybe just a handful of plays here. .103
left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wade, no good, unable to end this run. Well, it's definitely, Steve, within striking distance now.
Yeah, but every possession counts. I mean, they have a chance, but they've really got to make the most of every opportunity. Ice cold in the first half, but on fire here in the second.
Westbrook again throws. Outside Anthony. Sinks it.
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
Here comes Durant. And here's Kobe over Wade. Connects.
And that had to feel good.
Yeah, he exhaled as that one went down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose.
Boy, he quieted ignited the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Step back shot. Money.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Vince Carter is checked in for the West. Now LeBron. The pass to Carmelo. Over Durant. No good. That drive by Carter. So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
Man, this is the third straight win for the West now, guys. They've won 8 of the last 12. Pretty strong run.
Yep, you know, the Western Conference continues to have that edge, catching up with the East in all-time All-Star victories with 26 wins to the East 36 wins in this event.
Well, great to be here with you guys as always. That's going to wrap things up from All-Star 2013. So for Clark